All right, I am here post-fight with Almighty Creed Moyo. Congratulations on your third round TKO win over Schultz. How did you feel the fight went for you?
First things first, thank you so much, my brother, for this interview once again. The fight was good. For me, it was a good test for me. So I took it. It's a good test for my career. So anyway, we got the win. We got the win. That's literally what we really wanted to really check where are we with everything that we've been doing. The fight was good. I found some little bit of challenges when I stepped in the ring with him. He was bigger, taller, so I was like, okay, I can say he's much bigger than me. So the only thing that I need to do is to be quicker than him. So that was the only way to beat him, and it really happened.
I like in the fight as well and I think I said it on commentary as well. You were Terence Crawford in there, and he was Errol Spence. The way you went about your business.
Yeah, that's literally was the case on that fight, and the small fish was swallowed. The big fish swallowed the small fish. So so yeah, that was. I think it really went back to that fight of Bud and Spence. So I really took it that way of saying, okay, I've seen this before and it's happening to me now, so I need to make sure. By the way, Errol Spence is my favorite boxer, so I was like, let me fight for him.
Yeah. No, but look, I mean, boxing styles make fights, right? I mean, automatically you came into that fight, you started a little bit slow, but you got into your rhythm in round number 3. I think a lot of people at home, including myself on commentary, were a little bit puzzled as to why you took so long to get out of the blocks. Can you explain to us what happened there?
So in my head, I was like, I'm fighting an experienced boxer. So with everything that I had, it's hard to beat like someone who's way well experienced. So they already know what you're gonna do. They always plan ahead of you. So I started a little bit slow to see his reactions and everything. I couldn't get my rhythm properly. First round, and the second round I started getting better. So when I started getting my rhythm, I got him in the groove. So it became easy for me. When I knew him, I was like, oh, if I'm gonna go with this pace, I'm gonna be left behind. So let me go ahead. Every time I must be the first and be the last. So that's why I could neutralize all these power punches that were coming.
Yeah, let's talk about the power. Sheldon Schultz obviously had a 100% knockout record amongst his wins. How was his power in the fight?
So it all starts in the mind. If he hits you and you tell you, yes, this guy he's got a lot of power, obviously you'll feel intimidated. So with every punch that he was throwing, I was like, he's strong, but I can't feel him. I was telling myself, I can't feel him. Not at all, I can't feel him, but he's strong. Trust me, he punches hard. Yeah. He punches hard. He has got a good straight left that I felt, but I was like, in my head, I was like, no, this is nothing. I've gotten hit by hard punches more than this one. So his punches were nothing to take me out, but he's strong. He's got power.
And of course, a return of power. I mean, again, I know your last performance, you got a stoppage as well, and you said that in the last interview before the Sheldon Schultz fight that your power's back now that you're at welterweight. You delivered on a promise, third round stoppage. Going forward now, are we going to see more of that? I mean, how's the evolution of your career playing out?
So in terms of the fight results and everything, I don't think it is a good thing and still not a good thing to win by knockout all the times, because when you don't win by knockout, you get disappointed in yourself. So you don't predict knockout. If it comes, it comes. If the person that you're fighting steps out of line and you get to them and hit them hard, or you land clean punches, you take them out, it's a good thing, it's a good feeling. It is also good, but I can't promise all the time I'm going to win by knockout. I have seen I can knock you out. If I land you clean, I can knock you out. It's nothing that I'm doubting. I know that I can knock you out. But it's not a good thing also for me to say, I have to give this guy only 4 rounds and knock him out. What if I fail to knock him out? Then I get disappointed with myself, or you lose the fight, or your mind switches. If the goal that you had put doesn't achieve, you get disappointed on yourself, and your mind switches from the fighting. You start doubting yourself. So I'm not promising like more of knockouts or finishing rounds and stuff. I train very hard when I train very hard. I prepare very well for a fight. So if it happens, I get a clean shot. I take you out, and I never miss. I don't disappoint when called upon. I never miss.
Talking about that, I mean, how would you assess your performance out of 10? Like, if you had to watch yourself back on TV again and just watch yourself as a fan, how much out of 10 would you score yourself?
So it's nice to win by knockout, but for it to be easy for me to rate myself is when I fight and finish rounds and see my performance throughout the rounds. If it's a one-sided ass whooping, I'll be like, okay, this was a 10 out of 10. You get what I'm saying? So with him, like one punch can change everything. That's literally what happened on the fight. I was still trying to get my rhythm till I caught him. So I was like, okay, I can rate myself 10 out of 10, but literally there's not a lot of things that I did on that fight. I tried to get my way in and I found my way out. So I can rate myself good because I'm rating myself. Yeah, so but I feel like for it to be better for me to rate myself is when I box someone and finish rounds to really show I just don't have power only, but I've got skills to outbox you.
All right. Can I just, Shannon, do you want to come in here, pull in here really quickly as well, because you're part of also the team behind what Creed's doing and obviously improving him time and time again. Shannon, again, just to reiterate the last question, what was your assessment of his performance and how would you rate him?
Yeah, I think it was a good performance. To be honest, I would rate him 10 out of 10 because everything we discussed the last 6 weeks, the game plan, the way we planned the fight to end, it ended exactly the way, it ended the way we predicted it was going to end. You know, we knew Sheldon was going to come out hot for the first 2 rounds. So the plan was just to watch him the first 2 rounds, get our jab going on him, and the plan was from round 3 to start opening up on him. And that's exactly what we did. Round 3, bell rang, first 10 seconds he was on the canvas, you know. So I'm very happy with Creed's performance. To be honest, we didn't even actually warm up before the fight, so we were like quite cold going into the actual fight. But once he got his rhythm going and he started touching him up with his jab, and the guy felt his power, yeah, that was all she wrote. So happy about his performance, and yeah, keen to see what's next.
All right, so I know you said you're keen to see what's next, and obviously he's an undefeated fighter. He's going to be on a lot of people's lists as to, you know, emergency, get him on the bills again. When do you see him getting back in there again?
So probably early next year. He's had a busy year. Also, the fights are not going to get easier from now on, you know. So the plan is, I've spoken to Colin, who owns, like, obviously I own skill in his career, and Colin manages his career alongside with me. So I've already spoke to Colin. We're going to try and get him out early next year, 6-rounder, last 6-rounder, then an 8-rounder, and then the plan is for him to fight for the IBF Africa welterweight title at the end of next year, you know, and get him into the international ratings. And that's ultimately the route we want to go, you know, the international route. So that's everything goes well, you must just keep winning, and then that's the route that we'll pursue next year.
Obviously, hearing that Creed as well obviously must give you confidence. At least there's something to work towards as well. A lot of boxers don't have that, like, how would I say, plan. You know, a lot of boxers just go in there aimlessly, fight after fight, but it seems to be like a plan in place for you.
Yes, that's literally one of my motivations is when your team believes in you and when they can see what you can put on the table, they invest their time and energy on you. It's a very, very great motivation to me, and I can see now I've got more than one reasons to work very hard. So I know we're getting closer to that level. Like, we're really, really getting closer to that level. That's literally what I want. And I'm happy with what my team is planning for me.
All right. And, you know, in the aftermath of the fight, obviously Sheldon Schultz, you know, you've seen the clips, he didn't agree with the stoppage, but the result is the result. And obviously you knocked him down about 3-4 times, I believe. What's your thoughts on his complaints?
I feel like barking dogs seldom bite.
So you don't see a rematch again anytime in the future? Maybe if he wins a few more fights and for a belt one day.
What does he have? Once a rematch, what does he have? So it's as good as reading a novel. You finish it and you start afresh again. Well, at least you know how it ends. So if he doesn't have anything that we need, there's nothing like, there's no reason for us to fight him. We beat him, and it wasn't just a beating. We stopped him. So it's a good thing also to stop someone like him who has got the international exposure. It gives me that lighting also, like limelight of saying, okay, there is hope here, and it makes my team also to believe more in me, and I'm very happy with everything that I have, my team, with what they're planning for me. So.
All right. In the welterweight division, I know that Shannon obviously laid out, a sort of a map of what's the plan for you next year. Are there any boxers out there that you're looking to fight?
So, ever since I've gotten into this professional level, I do what my team tells me. They say, this one, boy, we don't need it. For real, we don't need it. If they say, boy, you're going to have to do this, I do exactly like that. That's literally what happened to our fight. They were like, okay, you're going to do A, B, and C. And I applied A, B, and C. So now I can't just call out names. Like, I'm not going to call out names and say, I want to fight who, I want to fight who. What do I have?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Shannon, obviously the plan is to move Creed forward next year. Do you have any last thoughts on his year, comments on his year so far?
Well, since he's joined me, we've racked up only wins. We've had a successful run together. Just overall happy with his growth. To be honest, I can see since he started with me compared to where he is now. There's a lot of growth that happened in the last year and a half, and he's still a youngster. He's only 23 years old, so he's gonna keep on learning for the next couple of years. And once he's ready to go, he'll be ready to go. So, we've mapped the plan out for the next year, I would say. So hopefully everything. He must just keep training hard, stay in the gym, and everything will fall into place. He's got a right team, like you said, he's got a right team that looks after him. Obviously, me training, Colin, Hisham, Pelo, everyone that adds value. There's a lot of people that has his best interests of heart. So just excited for, like I said, excited for what's to come, and keen for a massive next year.
All right, and obviously big things coming for you. Undefeated fighter, 5-0, 4 wins coming by way of knockouts. Obviously looking forward to see what's coming. Creed, anything lastly you want to say? Any thank yous, any shout outs?
I want to give a big shout out to Boxing 5 for the opportunity once again. I'm really happy, and I promise to keep on working very hard for better results, for good results, because it's not easy being a boxer. It's nice when people are watching you, but it's very hard to be inside that square. So I want to thank Boxing 5. I want to thank my team, Shannon, Colin, Hisham, Pelo. They are literally the people behind all this success, all these victories that we have. I also want to thank SA Boxing Talk for these interviews. We really appreciate it. It also motivates us. If you get us known out there, people will support us. So if you're an entertainer, you need supporters. Yeah, there is no entertainment without the supporters. So I really want to give a big shout out to them. I want to thank my family for always being there for me every time when I'm fighting. They're always there. On my preparations, they're always there. It's not easy also for parents, for them to watch us. My mom is always there when I'm fighting, and it's funny because I can see her crying. She cries, so I'm like, yes, sis. So I can just imagine how it takes to be a parent, seeing your child going in there, putting their neck on the line. So I want to give a big shout out to all the people that are supporting each and every boxer, not just me, each and every boxer out there. I really want to appreciate, and I'm not going to call out a lot of names to say thank you so much, but I really want to thank everyone who's been behind me, supporting me, and who believes in me, to many more wins. Thank you.